welcome to this new video for my channel, The Mental Traveler. I'm Caro Herrera and today I'm going to be reviewing a movie called The Dark Crystal and its prequel series called The Dark Crystal: Age of Resistance. The film was released in 1982 and the show in 2019. Before I begin though, let me just say that this will be a spoiler-free video so you can sit back and enjoy. Ever since I was a child, my imagination has been fueled by fantasy productions dating back to the 80s. For example, The Princess Bride, The Last Unicorn, Labyrinth, The Never-Ending Story, The Dark Crystal, The Storyteller, Excalibur, Willow, Lady Hawk, Legend, The Black Cauldron, and so on. And while The Dark Crystal was never among my top 5, for example, I really loved it, and I still do. I love all the collaborations between Frank Oz and Jim Henson, honestly. But yeah, I can't quite remember when was the first time that I watched The Dark Crystal, but it must have been because I first saw Labyrinth, that was at the beginning, into this Henson/Oz collaboration world. But over the years I've watched The Dark Crystal countless times, and when Netflix announced that they were gonna make a series about it, serving as its prequel, I was over the moon about the news. Set in the world of Thra, this is a story of 3 different races: the wise Uru, the gentle Gelflings, and the evil Skeksis. And both in the movie and in the series, we see this constant struggle where the Skeksis want to use this powerful crystal for their own dark purposes, while the other 2 races try to stop them. There are tons of storylines that weave together the tapestry of Dark Crystal world. Stories of love, power, evil, magic, lust, courage, and so much more. At bits, it can get really dark, but overall this fantasy adventure epic serves to make the world of Thra worthy to be remembered along the lines of Narnia, Westeros, Oz, and even Middle-earth. Okay, so I'm gonna review that movie first. I give the film a 4.5 out of 5 stars review. First of all, I love it because it captured my imagination as a child, as I said before. And I'm sure I'm not the only one in that position, because The Dark Crystal has become such a cult movie. I treasure stories that stay with you even as you get older, that never lose their magic. And well, the movie is really just unlike anything I'd ever seen, really. All the characters are puppets, the story's engaging, the costumes are beautiful, the characters are interesting, the world building is rich and enthralling, the soundtrack is hauntingly epic, and the cinematography is awe-inspiring. Still, now that I've been watching the series, I must admit that I prefer it to the movie. Okay, so not only because it's such a well-made production, but because it expands the world of Thra so much more, and in a really good way. So yes, I give the show a 5 out of 5 stars review, and I seriously can't stress enough what a high-quality, gorgeous production this is. I mean, seriously, the level of world building here is top-notch, and I don't think I expected it to be such a good series even for a Netflix production. I adore the fact that you can tell that the people behind the show were thoroughly dedicated and passionate about making an outstanding series. And I'm sure that thousands of fans of the original movie will be as thrilled as I am as I watch the show. Seriously, the only thing that I can think of saying against this series is that it wasn't as romantic as I would have liked, because I'm just such a sucker for romances. But yes, one last thing that I would like to mention about this show is that I'm so thankful that they use puppets again for it, because I'm just so sick of CGI effects being in all of the modern movies. That's why I cling so hard to movies from the 80s, because they use sets and puppets, and in a way for me it's even more realistic. And while in this show they do have CGI, I don't know what they did, but it's just such a perfect blend of puppets and very subtle CGI. At times I couldn't even really tell it was CGI because it felt like they were actually shooting some real landscapes, for example. But yes, anyways, if there is a second season, which I really am keeping my fingers crossed that there is, I shall of course be watching and reviewing it. At the moment of recording this video, Netflix hadn't announced a second season though, but I'm definitely going to be on the lookout for that announcement. Also, I'm very keen on reading the novelization of the Dark Crystal movie, which was written by A.H. Smith. And I just discovered that there exists a series of 4 novels that serve as a prequel to the movie and the show. And the show sort of took inspiration from them as well, so it's a prequel for them too. And I'm very eager to read those. They're called Shadows of the Dark Crystal, Song of the Dark Crystal, Tides of the Dark Crystal, and Flames of the Dark Crystal. They're all written by J.M. Lee. And a cool thing about them is that the author was chosen from a Dark Crystal Author Quest contest. Anyways, thank you so much for watching my review for this movie and its prequel show. Please let me know if you enjoyed it or not, as well as what are your own thoughts on the movie and the series, because I would love to talk about it all with you. In the description box below you can find a link to the movie's IMDB page, as well as a link to the show's IMDB page. But yeah, I'm Caro Herrera, the Mental Traveler, and I hope you have a wonderful day wherever you are in the world. I'll be seeing you soon. Goodbye!